everyone, it's Sensei Pink, and I'm coming back to you guys for my review on Attack on Titan chapter 123. Guys, I'd really like to say that Eren has lost it, but then again, Eren has always been the type of person or character to strive for freedom, no matter the cost. For freedom is truly something that's part of Eren and his character development throughout this series. And with each new enemy that holds Eren's freedom, the more powerful and even greater force he uses to take it back. To me, I really think that Eren's fate has been clear to us from the very beginning, ever since, he was titled the Suicidal Butthead, because Eren is the character, and probably one of the only characters I could say this about in anime, that definitely and ultimately puts freedom over comfort. I think that now, in this chapter, Mikasa, Armin, and everyone else finally comes to that understanding. Shifting into this chapter, we begin to see a flashback of Mikasa's memories. In this flashback, we get to see Eren, Mikasa, Armin, Sasha, Coney, John, Levi, and Hanji all together as they approach and enter the continent of Marley. Upon arriving to this town at the edge of Marley, the group is shocked to see cars, different foods, and to see ice cream, and even a clown ends up approaching Levi thinking that he's a kid. Shortly after, everyone is all awestruck, and of course Sasha wants to buy some food. We then skip to a young immigrant child who steals Sasha's wallet. Being an immigrant of war, of most likely an enemy nation, many of the people who see this begin to wonder whether they should kill him or throw him overboard, plenty of other cruel things. Eventually though, we get Levi, who just steps in and covers for him and takes him with them and the rest of the group. Later, after saving the kid and at the Azumabuto residence, everyone begins discussing Paradise's announcement for peace. But because the entire world hates Eldians, they realize that this is probably going to be pretty difficult. Shortly after, Mikasa realizes that Eren is not in the room and goes out to look for him. We then see Eren with a tear rolling down his face, and Mikasa asks him what is wrong, to which he replies, nothing yet. Suspicious. Eren then begins to question Mikasa on why. Why does she insist on concerning herself so much with him? And then, guys, he decides to ask her the most heart-pounding question of this entire series, which is, what am I to you? Oh my fucking god, guys. I don't even know what to say to that. My heart literally dropped because I have been shipping these two from the very start of this series. And like many of the other Mikasa x Eren shippers, I've been waiting for this fucking moment. I just couldn't believe it. It's time. It's time for them to get together. It's time. But Mikasa had to ruin it for us. And I legit cringed in this moment because she answers this question by saying, well, she gets all flustered and states that she thinks of him as family. No, Mikasa, no, baby girl, that's not the answer that you're supposed to give him. No. Fucking no. I understand that you were all flustered, but that was your moment, boo. That was your moment. You could have got him. He was there. He was ready. Guys, I don't know where this ship is heading from here, but let's just hope and pray that it's still sailing somewhere, somewhere. Because I can't afford to have another ship die in this series. R.I.P. to my ship of Sasha and Coney. Moving along, after this heart-pounding moment, the immigrant boy who they saved, his father comes up and offers both Mikasa and Eren drinks. As they are approached by the older guy, Coney, John, and Sasha catch up with them. They are all invited to have some drinks inside, and shortly after, they begin drinking and having a good time, and they get crunk. Then everyone is just fucking drunk and laid out on the ground. As this wild party came to an end, we then get to see Hanji and Levi and Onyakopan run up on this party with a damn light and sees everyone passed out on the ground. When I tell y'all they was getting crunk, they was getting crunk. They was partying. Moving along from this wild party that had everyone turned, the next day it seems like everyone goes to this big council meeting where everyone just seems to be having a field day of blaming the Eldians on Paradise. As our group listens on to them blame the Eldians for everything that's like happened, which the Eldians on Paradise don't even know what the fuck is going on, Eren disappears from this like council meeting or whatever, and they don't see him again. After this, Mikasa recalls that he wrote letters saying that he would agree to Zeke's plan, and that by the next time she saw him, it was already too late. We then end off this flashback of Mikasa's memories with her wondering if everything had been decided from the start, and that maybe during many of the moments that she has shared with Eren, such as even the last one that she had where Eren questions her about what he is to her, maybe if she gave a different answer or chose a different path, things would be different in the present. Back in the present, we get to see all of the colossal titans just marching off. And we then cut to both Armin and Mikasa, who realize in that moment that Eren is on their side. But right as they think this, Armin sees Wall Maria falling. And he's in shock because then that moment of thinking that Eren is on their side is completely shattered. And he realizes Eren's true goal. As Armin is in a panic and is about to tell Mikasa what Eren plans to do, all of the Eldian people who are inside the wall begin to hear Eren's voice, and we get to see all of these people inside the path. Eren then informs everyone through the path that all of the walls of Paradise have come undone, and that his objective is to protect all of the Eldians inside the wall against the world who wants them eliminated. We then end off this chapter getting to see Eren's Titan form, saying that all of the wall titans will trample the world, the rest of the world, until all existing life is completely terminated. Wow, guys. I don't even know what to say. Like, Eren's really going to end the fucking world. Like, it's truly going to be the end of the rest of the world, just as Grisha told Zeke when they were going through Grisha's memories together. Like, this is just fucking crazy. Reflecting now back on how gruesome I feel like this is going to be, I feel like Eren has tried many times maybe to prevent this. I think that many times Eren has tried to find different solutions, but he has only been able to proceed down the path that has been decided for him and has accepted it, especially in different moments in this series. For instance, like when Sasha died. Everyone was upset because he ended up laughing, but now when I think about it, Eren is the Attack Titan. And it is revealed that the Attack Titan can see into the future. So number one, he probably laughed, obviously, because Sasha's last words are funny. And number two, he was emotionally prepared for it and knew that it was something that he couldn't stop. And it's probably a memory that he's probably seen so many times, and just now it's just like, that damn Sasha, I knew that this was gonna happen, but I love her, like in that kind of sense. Love her as a friend though. Love her as a friend. Another instance is when he's tearing up a little bit in this flashback when he has that tear rolling down his face. For a moment, I thought that he was crying because he states to Mikasa that the boy and his family are the same as both him and Mikasa and have had their freedom and their daily lives taken away from them. But reflecting on this scene again and Sasha's death, I feel like he foresaw something in the future, obviously. I think that number one, it could have been that he foresaw Mikasa's answer and knew that it was kind of going to be like a heartbreak to him. Or number two, he saw the future and saw the boy and his family dying after, he releases the Wall Titans and the Titans trample the earth. I also think that Eren being able to foresee the future is why, after he does kiss Historia's hand, he begins to become so disconnected, from everyone else. And we don't get to see him as the same Eren as we saw him in the beginning of this series. He begins to mature in a way. So guys, it's prediction time. For my first prediction, I'm going to say that Mikasa may be the one to end Eren, especially after this chapter, which is just Mikasa's memories and her questioning whether Eren has changed or not, and that both her and Armin just didn't want to notice it. I could only imagine, just both Mikasa and Armin coming to the conclusion that they gotta end their friend. Or, maybe by some luck, because I really want Eren to be alive at the end of this series, maybe them convincing him to stop. Second, I could possibly see Isayama trolling us, and this whole story basically being memories of the past which someone in the future is just looking back on. Or these can be Eren's future memories and we are brought to the present where Eren is touching someone of royal blood or something in that nature. Or this could have something to do with the dream that Eren is having at the very beginning of this series. And lastly, I can see all of the Wall Titans trampling everyone outside the walls, and we flash forward to a peaceful time where all of the Eldians are just free to live their best lives. Regardless, I'm pretty sure that whatever Isayama is planning for next chapter is going to be epic, and just like this chapter, it's going to be a complete 5 out of 5. Let me know what predictions and theories that you guys have for this next chapter, because this chapter was fucking epic. Even I'm not too sure what's gonna go down in this next chapter, but hey, we can't go wrong theorizing, can we? Don't forget to go follow me on both Instagram and Twitter at SenseiPink_, which will be in the description below. And hit that like button if you enjoyed watching this video, and hit that subscribe button to see more of me, Sensei Pink.